When I tell people that I'm a competitive fly fisherman, I often get a lot of different eyebrow raises, weird looks, and just in general, people don't really understand what exactly that means. Just like any other sport, there's a competitive side to fishing, just like football. You play out in the field with your friends, you play tackle or touch football, and then there's real competitive football and professional football. And fly fishing is the same way, where there's recreational fishing, and then there's also what I would consider amateur competitive fishing, which is what I do. And then there's also professional fishing, which is like Team USA, like international competition. It's actually a world championship every year in which 5 individuals from USA compete against some of the best fishermen in the world. Unlike professional sports, our team doesn't actually they don't get paid. Everything is funded by themselves, except for a few things to cover travel costs. And there's different sponsors and whatnot for the teams. But in general, when we show up to a competition, it's not like a normal game in a sense, because usually it takes place in multiple different locations at the same time, and usually over a couple of days. So I had a competition this past weekend, and what there was there was 2 different river venues and 2 different stream venues, and there was 24 anglers in total, and so we were broken up into 4 groups so that there was a group of people fishing each spot at the same time. Actually, that's not the case. So everything is competitor controlled. So when a group fishes a stream, a different group controls them, which means they measure their fish and whatnot. So let me step back real quick. So there's groups within the competition. So like I said, they broke it down into 4 groups. There were 6 people in each group, and so each angler gets a beat. And this is obviously, you can't just fish wherever, because you could fish certain water and you could mess up with other people's water and do blah blah blah. So you're set a specific river section, or lakes is different. You're allowed to go anywhere on a lake, but you're given a specific river section, and then you're given 2 hours to fish that session. And then basically whoever catches the most fish in that 2 hours, everyone has their own beat on the stream. Whoever catches the most fish in that 2 hours wins. And so it's based on a point system, and whoever gets the most points takes a 1, and you want to have the lowest score at the end. So over 4 sessions, there's a chance to take 4 1s. So the lowest possible score you could get is 4. However, if you catch 19 fish in session 1, take a 1, and then you catch like 6 fish in session 2, and someone else catches 19, then you take a 2, and you have 3 points, and you're tied if the other guy took the 1. But in general, the whole system is kind of weird, because not necessarily do you want to catch the biggest fish, and not necessarily because you catch more fish you beat somebody else. Because you're broken up into groups, you're only competing against the people in your group. So if everyone in the other group catches less fish, you could still win on that same stream with 9 fish, as long as everyone else has caught less than you, when the other group it took 19. So and this happens all the time, where you can actually win a competition and not catch the most amount of fish. And the way that the scoring actually works is, yes, you want to catch the most fish, but you get 200 points per each fish, and then 15 centimeters per centimeter of fish, 15 points per centimeter of fish, and then that adds up to a total score. Whoever has the highest score wins. And you want to win as much as possible over 4 different sessions, and that's how you win the event. And then there's teams involved, but for the most part, just to give you a general idea on how individual competition works, that's about it.